Okay, it's Thursday, March 9th. This is a pre-opening SPY report, and after yesterday's two down green bar that ends up with a little bit of a hammer look, our pre-market range kind of is sitting there kind of near the halfway point of that bar on the low end and near yesterday's high on the upper end. It also happens to be pretty much the exact same pre-market range as yesterday, and yesterday was kind of that choppy day that was kind of making slightly higher highs and lower lows, and now we're kind of just bouncing around sideways again in that range. We were skewing a little lower, then some economic news came out, pushed it a little higher here with a half hour to go, so we'll see what happens. As I look at the charts, I'm actually kind of comfortable playing the long side if we can get the green bar breakout here. First of all, you can see we have a big fair value gap between the low of that bar and the high of that bar to kind of head up into. If I look at the weekly chart, even though we have a potential two down failure unfolding with 2 more days to go in the week, we only came down to the midway point of that bar. Essentially, it's close enough to call it the midway point before we found that that support down there, which kind of filled in a fair value gap to the downside, which we were discussing between the low of that bar and the high of this bar, these two bars together. So we came down here, kind of held the halfway point of the week. We might be starting up, and there is room to run up here. On the monthly chart, even though it's a 2 down month, we're still green at the moment. So you never know, as March continues on, we could continue green, possibly, or we can break down. So it's kind of a key area. What would be, telling is if we tried to go up either today or by the end of the week and we can't get anywhere and then reverse down, that would really be the strong signal to me that this weekly chart, well, with 2 days to go in the week, I don't think we're getting an outside bar, but we might close strong closer to the red side and then have a kind of a 3 bar up, 2 up, 2 down going into next week. And then this monthly chart, which is right on the edge of turning red again, given we're 2 down on the month, at the yellow line here. If we can't go up higher and reverse lower, this can turn the monthly chart red, which can project down to these monthly lows by the end of March. So the real, strong sign would be if we try to go up today or in the days ahead and fail in somewhere in here in a big way, then the reversal down would really be high probability to continue lower. But at the moment, again, given the fact we're at the midway point of the prior week, we're starting up a little bit. We're even heading up here. If we could just break above this pre-market high and not kind of just vacillate in this area. Again, if we fail up here like the few times, then maybe we're heading lower. But if we get green out of the gates, then go long. See if we get that back up to the yellow line here, which is the high, the open of the week. It's not unreasonable to possibly get all the way up there and turn this weekly chart into another kind of hammer bar, just like the week before. So let's see what the long side is today, and the big, let's see where it goes. And there is some, signs that we've hit support here and that the monthly chart's still up and that the weekly chart, only moved to the halfway point. It might be wanting to reverse back up by Thursday and Friday. So we'll see if that happens. So that's the thing. Start with that bias. But if not, if something just fails and we can't break up, then the short side will really look more promising, whether it's today of some kind of failure. The failure today, by the way, would have to take place taking out this pre-market high, not really going anywhere, coming to the midway point of this bar, which would almost be taking out these pre-market lows. So that's going to be that failure, look if we get it today. But if not, let's see if it goes up in the day, either today, maybe Friday, and then see if it continues strong or it fails. That's kind of what I'm really monitoring for.